So here is the interior of the W205 C Class. Okay, so firstly, when you see the changes, when you compare this between the G20 320i Sport, to be honest with you, this thing feels very minimalistic and something unique and special to be used for. Okay, so yep, this is the W205 C Class. Okay, so let's start with the side doors. Okay, and first of all, the plus point of the W205 C Class is use of inlays. The G20 320i don't comes with this inlays. Okay, new generation BMW's design, and this controls here, classy Mercedes-Benz. Okay, all controls is here, and then you have 3 memory settings instead of 2 in the G20. Okay, in the side also you have memory settings. Okay, but the only problem is the lock and unlock button. You only have in this side, just like the G20. So for passengers in the side, sorry, you need to reach here and then you need to lock the car. So it's not quite a pleasant thing. Speakers, these are standard speakers from Mercedes-Benz. And in terms of materials usability, this feels the same thing, but you feel even plusher than the 320i. The buttons are metal, so that's a plus point of the W205 C Class instead of using plastics. So this feels softer, premium, and much better. And then you have this. Yep, I think so. You can't see. Let me just bring you closer. Ambient lights, 64 colors. Okay, just nice. And then you have this classy lock buttons. Okay, when you lock the car, this thing will go down. So it's nice stuff there. You have tweeters here, speakers as well. You have 7 airbags in this car, and yep, in terms of cubby spaces, this thing does it well. Okay, you have a lot of space here, and then you have this hidden stuff, obviously the trunk opener, and then look at the slide controls. These are this dials instead of the buttons in the G20, and then you have this smart cut placer. This one is for safety system actually. This one is for the lane keep assist, lane departure warning stuffs, but this car have that, but this one is the additional advanced safety systems. Okay, this aircon vents feels proper. Okay, lock and click lock but things, this one feels even special. The steering wheel, okay, the steering wheel, to be commenting with that, it feels damn good, and yep, the thickness is very good. This is Napa leather as well. This feels much better than the G20 steering wheel. Okay, you have these buttons here, so when I press, it goes down. So look at this, very simple and nice. And then if you swipe left, this goes to another screen, okay, which shows you the G-force meter stuffs. And then this part you can go through, but the final screen you can't eventually. Okay, this one you can just go through what it. Okay, so it shows the RPM. This one is in progressive meter panel. Okay, so it will display a lot of stuffs to you. Okay, you can see the designs as well. So if I bring you can go to the sport mode, which looks super good. Look at that, it even changes the screen font. Super nice, super nice. This is one of the cool feature of the W205 facelifted C Class. So the G20, you don't have the stuffs, you have a very old analog meter. Okay, plus point of the C Class as well, this EQ thing. Okay, so this car has EQ boost, so it will show up. Okay, let's change it to progressive, very simple. And even this one changes to another font. Okay, this screen, 10.25 inches instead of 8.8 inch. This one is 12.3 inches. So obviously they give the full spec C classes infotainment screen instead of smaller the screen. Okay, so this is a very nice proper stuff, but you don't have touch screen. This one is not MBUX, however. Okay, so if I bring you to this navigation, you press here, this will activate navigation as well. Time display, and the temperature. So it's a very nice stuff. So let's back there. So look at that, it will bring you to the trip, so you can change various information. Okay, wiper stocks, very high quality. This one feels very high quality. This one too. Instead of 6. So for example, if I change to dark blue, you can do it as well. So look at that. So yep, it changes the color. Wow, very nice. Look at this graphics, guys. I love it. Okay, so simple. And then this part, this is the classy things. Auto parking, auto parking on, parking sensors on off, dynamic mode, sport plus, sport, eco, comfort, all modes is in here. And then rear sunblind. Okay, when you open this, where you insert your keys and the other stuff as well. So here you can insert the keys for the detector. Well, you don't have wireless charging. Okay, that's a plus point of the G20. And the screens, they feel more user interface, feels more friendly compared to this screen here. Okay, glove box. Okay, this one is split opening compared to the G20. We have a proper sunglasses holder. Okay, this one I don't know why they put rubberized stuff here. Actually, it should be felt, but I don't understand why they do it. Lights, simple. Vanity mirrors. Okay, they all are classy stuff. There's nothing much of difference. Frameless rear view mirrors. The seats, they feel huggy, comfortable, and then of course everything is automatic adjustment. But another stuff I'm gonna bring you is, okay, I'm gonna show you is this footrest. Okay, let me bring you. So you don't have a proper footrest in this here. Start button, it glows. Most important part, interior. How does this thing look? Okay, quality, in terms of quality, it's really good. Okay, soft touch material, leather. This part is also soft touch, chrome. And then this ambient light. Okay, you have 6 colors ambient lighting. The speakers, 6 speakers only in this car. Okay, you don't have the hi-fi loud system, which from the 330i, but simple speakers. Tailgate openers here. Cup holders, okay, they are very nice. This part has been molded to fit bigger bottles. Okay, memory seats, auto lock and unlock, but in the passenger side you don't have. That's quite a problem. Okay. Mirror lock button. So that's it for the draw card. And now let's jump to the interior of this car. First of all, powered seats. Okay, love it. The material of this thing is chrome. Okay, so it's really nice. And then you have this thigh support thing. Okay, BMW door seats there. So let's jump in. So the first thing you notice is gear knob, and this whole thing, it is a brand new thing for BMW. After the development of the H series, BMW decided to do this modular concept. So if you buy the right hand drive version or left hand right version, this thing will stay here. So very a cost saving method. Unlike the previous one where the iDrive system is located there, the gear knob is located in the other side. But this time around, even the start stop button, all car controls buttons is situated over here. So which means it's very easy to maneuver your car. And then the second thing is, if you notice this part, the aluminium trim. Okay, so this is a very this part just creates a lot of glare when you drive under the sun. So this part is quite but the material is very good. The material is really good, and it's quite a mix of material. But this part, plastic. Okay, so you put your foot here, it will be quite painful. But this part is quite rubberized. The only thing is this part. Okay, but it's not that cheap. Okay, and then these buttons, look at this. As I run through my fingers, this thing just controls with me together. So this is what ideology of BMWs. 15 years ago they invented this with the F10, and this thing just all over just came here. The volume buttons now is good. Okay, but surprisingly this part is blacked out. I don't know what for this. This gear knob feels totally different compared to the X3 that I reviewed. This thing feels quite downgraded compared to the X3. And the iDrive controller, these are bigger down because you can write some things in this thing. So it's really good. And then all shortcut buttons is here. Okay, Sport, Comfort, Eco Pro. You don't have Sport Plus in this car, which is, look at this part has been blacked down. So obviously we'll have the Sport Plus thing, but they have discontinued it. And then aircon controls. This is exactly the same thing from the 8 series. Okay, they made this part adaptable, and this aircon vents. Okay, very high quality. This part is chrome, and suddenly you have plastics, which is quite weird. Okay, this part aluminium, very nice. This part is chrome, and then ambient lighting situated over here, very. This part PU soft touch. Okay, very nice. And then obviously we have this floating screen. I have started the car. Look at this panel, it shows the aircon, and the screen. Obviously they have shrink down. This is a cost cutting option, 8.8 inch, but it's not that small. Okay, it's still reasonable, and this screen is iDrive 6, not the 7, but I love this compared to the iDrive 7, which is quite very straightforward. This is colorful. The meter, if you ask me, this meter is still good. Okay, but it's not the what we saw early on, the analog and combination. But the new 2021 after onwards, February, they have brought in the 218i Grand Coupe instrument panel. Okay, but this one is still, you have the rings, and then there's nothing much of colorful thing. But okay, it's because this era everything is digital. This is still okay. Okay, the screens. Okay, let me bring you to navigation and show you how is this. Very fast, and then this is the best. Okay, of course you don't have voice command settings. Okay, but of course, look at this, I can control it in the iDrive. You can go to home, and then it's very simple to communicate with the car. And then my vehicle, if you press here, everything will come out here. Okay, honors and book, everything is here. Ambient lighting. Okay, this part is the ambient lighting, 6 colors. Okay, as I open the door, a warning lights will come on. So it's a really nice stuff. Okay, auto lock and unlock, memory seats. The seats, they feel very plush, very plush. Okay, very usable, and then yep, the seats feels very dynamic, sporty. SOS buttons. This is the part of the BMW connected drive. Okay, this part, instead of the knobs, they replace it with this original buttons. Okay, so yep, the steering wheel. How does this thing feel? Okay, this thing feels very good. The steering wheel feels really nice, grippy. The material is nice. You have this pedal shifter. Okay, so yep, that's it. Very thick. And yep, compartment over here. Okay, you put digital key, you can start the car. Very simple. Okay, now the most important part is this 3 series is spacious enough when you compare it with the previous generations of the C class. Let's do it right now. The most important part, rear seats. Let's jump in. Okay, ambient light strip here. This is Hofmeister King doors. Very good. Okay, now I am 168 cm. Okay, I can fit in this car. Very good, very good. Compared to the C class, you have more space. Okay, and additional stuffs, including this 3-zone climate control, 2 USB port, 1 12-volt socket. But this part, the material, okay, blue color ambient lighting is here. I love this Hofmeister King door handles. This is the hallmark of BMW. This part fits very good. However, this part is also plastic. You have nettings. Okay, the C class has more luxurious premium feel. You have this, they don't have any nettings. The speakers, this is really nice, spacious. This cute lights is here, they're very nice. You don't have rear sunblind, but in terms of rear seats, in terms of how the this thing operates, is a really usable rear seats. Okay, you can fold the seats from here. Okay, 2 cup holders, BMW's class seatings. The seats really feel very good. Okay, the seats are something. Even the middle seats, but this tunnel, they have been lowered down compared to the aftertier seats. Okay, how does this feel? Superb. The legroom, you have lesser than the G20. Of course, this car does not occupy long wheelbase, and don't forget, this car is 7-year-old already, so it's in the previous generation product lineup. The rear seats are not that big, so you have visibility perfectly fine. This ambient lights, look at that, beautifully, nicely done. And even in the footwell, you have that, very nice stuff. Okay, so it will generate lights there, so that means in the night time you can see where your foot is placed, and then you can, when you put your shoes way inside, so you can just take it from there, very easy. And this lights again, metal buttons, speakers is here, this trim very nice. And then the additional stuff is this sun blind. Okay, let me put it up. Okay, so yep, this is the sun blind. And this part, okay, I'm not sure what's the function. Comment in the comment section below if you know what's the function is here. And this part, they don't have any lights here. Instead, they place in this very nice. It's very nice, because this is the vantage point when you read your book. So for example, if my book is here, this light perfectly reaches to here. So very nice stuff to have there. Okay. This part you can hang your clothes, okay, any clothes. And then yep. But in terms of this part is quite ridiculous, because you don't have the proper thigh support. These seats are quite small. But if you are a teenager like me, then that's not a big problem. But if you're adult, then you might struggle. Okay, it's quite disappointment. This, you have a proper cup holders. No 3-zone climate control, unlike the 3 Series. If you have a 3-zone climate control, that's proper. But you can just ask your drivers to command your temperature. This part on and off, that's it. Don't have a proper USB port here. That's quite a big issue, because rear passengers needs USB ports, because that's really important, because they might charge their phone. Because you only have 2 USB ports. One is for the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Okay, speaking of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, non-wireless, connect with your wires. This headrest, they feel very soft, and the lean angle is really nice. Okay, now let's open the armrest. Okay, so this is the armrest. 2 cup holders, classy Mercedes stuffs. These are very handy to use. And then you have a lid here. Even in the lid, they don't include any USB-C port, but they carpeted it so you can put your phones. It don't rattle around. Okay, this is additional stuff compared to the G20. If they added a USB port, that will be perfectly fine, because they can charge their phone. Okay, so split folding is available in this car. In terms of boot space, 480 liters. They are the same stuff. And this is the final look of the cabin. Yeah, it looks damn good. Points, this one feels even more premium, because they shorten the plastic length and add some rubbers, so which means you can insert over here. It will just pop up, and then when you want to close it, just pop up here. So it's very simple stuff. Okay, unlike some of the cars where they fixed, and then when you take out, you just take out the cover together. Plastics. Okay, and this pockets, aircraft inspired pockets, very nice stuff. Okay, and then you have the handles here, which is a very nice stuff as well.